Coming up, complete weather forecast.
Yep.
We have some precip Saturday night into Sunday. Not going to be the snow we thought it would be on Saturday night into Sunday. But
Is it going to be schmutz, though?
It'll be a little schmutz, a little wet schmutz.
Yep.
But also coming up.
Yeah. We have Jim Lopresti. He's in the studio. He's setting up. And, Brian, I have his card. He describes himself as a sound bath practitioner.
Oh, that's a good way to put it. Sound bath, immersing yourself in these sound waves. Am I correct?
I called him a percussionist, but a sound bath practitioner.
Let's just give a 5-second sample of what's coming up on this instrument that looks like a UFO from a 1950s movie.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, how you doing, Jim?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
Just give us a little free sample.
Yeah,
we'll come
sure.
up and play some.
I love that's just what an amazing sound.
That is great.
And what is that instrument called?
Technically, it's called a handpan.
A handpan.
Yeah.
It looks like a barbecue.
It does look
with
like
the
a
cover
pan.
on it.
Yeah, it looks like a pan, and use your hands to play it.
Looks
there
like
you go.
You can
Handpan.
you can make omelets and deviled eggs in that thing.
Yeah, a nice stir fry. I was thinking.
Yeah, 12:46 coming up in just a few
Love
minutes. It's live
Panage.
Handpan. Live handpan in the studio
with Jim Lopresti and a weather forecast. But first, Tom Petty on WOW Radio. So Jim Lopresti is here. And Z, I don't think you were here when we mentioned this.
No.
Jim's card, he is not just a percussionist. He is a sound bath practitioner.
Sound bath?
That is
Bath,
correct.
as in bathtub.
So you do this in the bathtub?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
because these things can float around with you and shit, right? I mean,
spin around.
Yes, and stuff.
And stuff.
That's stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. No FCC yet.
Yeah, not
He
yet.
does mindfulness meditation and deep relaxation, group and private lessons. Best place to find Jim is on Instagram. He is Jimmy Jams _71.
That's me. Yeah.
So you can put us to sleep here.
Yeah, Jim.
Oh, it's
possibly,
so
possibly.
relaxing.
The sound bath is one aspect of what I do as far as a percussionist. So, sound bath totally relaxing. It's usually like an hour-long session where it's the intention is just people lay down, group of people, usually in yoga studios, and you listen to sounds.
What a
music.
great way
As
for a
opposed to
musician.
laying down in the middle of a street or in
Yeah.
a restaurant or
I
something like
suppose you
that.
could do
What
it there, too.
what a great way for a musician to get a gig.
It
That
actually
it really is.
That's right.
It really is.
It
That's
really
a
is.
great. That's genius.
It's
Jim.
been one of the most consistent gigs
Yep.
for me since I started doing this.
Jim
It's incredible.
Lopresti is with us now. Jim, how long have you been playing this thing that looks like it's made out of stainless steel, but it's copper colored. Two sides, rounded on the top and the bottom.
Handpan.
Yep.
Handpan. It's an instrument that looks like a UFO from old science fiction movies.
Yeah,
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, they used to call them space drums. People would refer to them as space drums at one point because they do. They look like UFOs, and that's one of the things that attracted me.
What? How long
them.
have you been playing the handpan?
I got into these probably about 5 years ago.
All right.
Like I said, I've been a musician since I was 8 years old.
What else do you
so-
play? That was my next question.
Oh man, first instrument was accordion. When
Okay.
I was 8 years old, I grew up.
that's
Can you
big.
play Lady of Spain on the handpan?
I'd have to figure it out, but I'll come back with that maybe.
Yep.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? If you want to book somebody for an hour to relax with a sound bath of immersion, probably the accordion is not the way to go.
Yeah.
No.
Stay away from the
No.
the polkas, I suppose.
Yeah.
If you're
Right.
trying to
Breathe
lower your
deep, the gathering gloom.
Yeah, kazoo's
Sit
not
there
good either.
and here comes the accordion.
my wild Irish rose.
So you started with the
Started
accordion,
with
and
accordion.
then
Yeah. Probably 12, 13, I got into drums, school drums.
Again, not a good sound bath instrument.
Exactly, yeah. And then it was kit. I was a teenager. I mean, I grew up listening to you guys. I was listening to Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, played in metal bands, and pretty much stayed there until other art took over my life. And then I reconnected with the music probably 10 years ago. And then 5 years ago, I got into the handpan.
That's terrific. What do you do when you're not playing the handpan?
I am a semi-retired tattoo artist.
Oh, no kidding. All right. But
You
you've got a
wouldn't
great-
know, would you?
No,
Look
you've
at
got
his
a,
arms.
no.
it's funny because I Googled you and I saw tattoo art and I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
the same person.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
little ink. He's got a little
You've got a
ink.
great voice too. It is a relaxing voice. You
Thank
know,
you.
you
Yeah.
sound good. This goes along well with you.
So the other art in between music was tattoo art? Is that what I'm getting from this?
Tattoo art. I've been a tattoo artist for 30 years now. So coming into the pandemic, some other health stuff, I backed off tattooing a little bit, embraced these things, and then just like 2 feet in, and this took off for me. So
Wow. What do you think of our Wow Radio logo? Would that make a good tattoo?
yeah, I mean, I know exactly where it would need to go, judging by the. So yeah,
Where would it have to go?
you know,
Forehead?
Let's just say if you do a handstand, it's going to say "mom." So
Okay.
See, he's there with me.
Tramp stamp.
That's the joke.
Yep.
Yes.
I thought right across the forehead would be
No,
good.
I know where he's going with that.
all right. Wow.
Yeah.
So no guitar. Do you play guitar?
Very little because I grew up with being the drummer. The bands were at my place, my
Right.
parents' basement. So all the equipment stayed there. So when we weren't
Right.
doing the band thing, I was down there messing with stuff. So
Okay.
I could play a little bit, but
Very cool.
yeah.
So I could see where being a drummer might lead you to something like this, the handpan. But how did you discover this? How did you say, yeah, I want to try this?
I got it. I was into maybe like traditional percussion instruments, bongos and stuff like that. This I discovered by accident. A lot of this came out of the pandemic for me. Lots of time on our hands, YouTube and stuff. And I came across a video of these guys playing. Not even sure who they were from. Saw the thing, and I was just amazed by the sound first. And then I started to research and realized that they were actually difficult to get a hold of in the United States. They're just a very, very difficult. A little bit easier now, but it was really.
Where do you
tough.
buy something like this?
So-
you just don't go on Amazon?
The
Can you go
moon.
on Amazon and buy it?
I'm buying in the moon. This is a spaceship. What are you kidding me?
Space debris.
Yeah.
It's like anything. If you are looking for good quality, you're going to seek out an independent builder, and there's a couple in the United States now.
cool.
They're hand built. Lots of time to create these things. That's why they're a little bit of a pricey instrument.
Can you give us a ballpark of how much this would cost?
If you're going to invest in a decent one that's going to stay in tune, deliver really quality sound, you're going to spend minimum $1,000 on one.
So you have two with you, and I'm assuming they both have entirely different sounds.
They do. Each drum is built into a certain key, into a certain scale. Then that gets a little even beyond me because there's tons of names for the scales and stuff, but they're tuned to different scales. I play with a full band with these actually, and when I grab a drum, a handpan, I say to my buddies, "Hey, this is the key of F," and they're like, "Cool, bass player, guitar player." So they're playing to whatever.
So is it primarily a major scale?
Not necessarily
Pentatonic?
all
maybe?
sorts. I
Yeah.
think this is like a D minor. This
All
is
right.
an F low something.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Just that one little sound. Can you do that again? Listen to that.
So yeah, like I said, there's different. I like to think of the what I do as a musician now as 3 different levels of performance, if you will. The sound bath is one aspect of what I do. I'm in the yoga studios or big different spaces, and my intention is to bring relaxation to these people. Meditation, relaxation. I play solo, which I think we chatted.
That's right. I saw you at Cafe Atlantique.
Yeah, and that's when I started to bring like my other percussion into using these. So I do a lot of recording of my other instruments on my looper. So I'm like one-man band. So I do solo stuff, and then I do the full band with his which is Earth Passenger.
You had a vocalist that night too, right?
Yeah,
A
that was
woman?
we were sharing that night. That's just a good friend of mine that I
Right.
dragged out because she's incredibly talented.
People
Just-
loved it.
Yeah,
I was there
yeah.
drinking a coffee
Yeah, it's
and watching, and it was hypnotizing.
Yeah, so
It's an amazing sound. You're not a singer. You're not a lyricist. You're not writing songs that have words.
I have in the past for other projects and stuff.
Okay,
because I appreciate
but for the
it, yeah.
handpan,
That's what I appreciate about it. And being a solo performer, to me the handpan takes the place of the vocalist.
so are you playing songs that you've written?
Sure.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
if I'm
Yeah.
communicating how I'm thinking of this.
Yeah, so I
or
will-
are you playing just song music sounds that
It's-
make you
No, I sit
in the moment?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both actually. I arrange songs, and then a lot of the times the handpan will be in the moment, so to
Kind of
speak.
improv.
It is, a lot
yeah.
of improv. The full band, we have some structures. What are we going to play? What are the beats that I have created? And then it happens like a lot of improv, which
it's
is
fascinating.
Which is fun.
We got to hear it. We got to hear it.
I can do a groove.
Enough gabbing.
You want to hear?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You want to hear a little groove? We'll do because
Yeah.
we've talked about like the mellow aspect of it. So
Put us in the groove.
put us in a groove. Okay.
It's 108 at WOW Radio. It's Jim Lopresti in the studio playing live.
How's that level sound? That okay?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Wow.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Jim Lopresti, did that have a name, that composition?
That's called the Pygmy Jam.
The Pygmy Jam.
Jam.
Okay, so you have two handpans. One is darker, one is more of a copper color. Do you name your handpans?
I don't name
Have you ever asked?
Harry and Charlie. What do you want to call them, Pam?
Pam, let me ask, is that the first time in your life you've ever put that sentence together?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of musicians name their instruments, right? So,
One of my salesmen here thinks he knows where that originated from, so I want to see if
The
he's...
handpan?
Hey, Tim.
But wait, do you name your handpans?
a lot of the scales actually have names. So this is actually an F pygmy low. That's why I call this the Pygmy Jam.
Wouldn't you know? That's what I call my handpan, too.
Yeah, I'm going to have to change it. Pygmy Junior. Pygmy Junior.
The pan itself needs like Bert, maybe, or
Schmutzy?
Yeah.
Fred,
I'm going to have to, I'll meditate on that and we'll see what happens.
Cynthia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tim is with us. Tim is one
Tim's
of
here.
our
Hey,
salespeople
Tim.
here.
Yeah.
So he wanted to come up and hear this and see it, and he says to me, "Do you know where this originated from?" And I said, "No." So,
Tim, come on in.
Come on in.
A trivia.
Hey, Tim. Tim, you may have met Tim before. Tim is one of our
I think I said hello on the way in, I think, right?
salespeople here. He's got a 7th degree. He's got a 7th degree martial arts belt.
Tim's here, Fio's here, Paulie's here.
he bought that at Walmart. What are you kidding me? It's a black belt.
How you doing, Tim?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, I don't mess with Tim.
No,
Don't mess with Tim.
No.
That's what I heard.
Don't mess with Tim.
I don't mess with my wife.
I think Tim is I think actually Tim must be a member of Mensa too. You just are you really? Mensa? Are you in Mensa?
Okay, but here, tell them why.
Tim's getting a call.
Tell them where you think this came from.
So,
Yeah, hurry up. You don't have
the
much
first-
time here.
the first time they came out as a tumbak in Iran, long time ago, like
Influenced, yeah.
1,200 years ago. So then the name changed to Ava. When it went to Ireland, from Ireland they changed to handpan.
There's definitely an influence from those instruments into these, but it's not.
It's an evolution.
It is an evolution.
It's an evolution.
It is, and the great thing about, or the interesting thing about these is that they're a pretty young instrument, which I was surprised to
Pretty
find
young
out.
instrument that's evolved from
Right,
ancient.
it
That's evolved.
Yeah,
has
there we go,
roots.
yes.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they come from Trinidad, where that was the traditional steel drum.
Steel drums,
which
yep.
was the
Yep.
concave instead of convex. These were actually, this form was invented by a Swiss couple in 2000. So they took this and did the double disc and started hand hammering these tone fields. And since then, there's just a good amount of makers, and it's blown up. So it's pretty wild.
I've always loved the sound of steel drums, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm drawn to this.
Yeah. I did too. These have a different feel,
Yeah.
similar, but there's something a little softer and smoother. They're to me, the intention was built this way so you could use your hands and not mallets. You actually don't want to use mallets on these. So
Let me give you another explanation, too. We're going to put photographs up on our Facebook and our Instagram pages. But if you're listening right now, these are copper-colored stainless steel pans. Look like an old UFO, I keep saying, but also looks like something.
One's named Fred and the other one's
Yep.
named Cynthia.
Looks like something you'd find at a buffet where the guy would come by and lift the top up and there would be clams inside. You know,
I got spaghetti and meatballs on my mind, so I wish there was sort of. You know.
Right? It looks like a cooking implement, but it's a musical instrument.
Yeah.
So what's the next song we're going to hear?
I can do. I'll do a song called "Apothic Crush." I think the thing that I like about these instruments is they have this, ethereal feel, kind of primitive, spacey. But I like to take them and adapt them into other kinds of grooves. So this has got like a little jazz feel.
And are you playing this just with your fingers? I'm trying to watch as you're playing.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
patting. You're patting the steel.
Yeah, it's
your fingers, palm.
the
what do you-
actual pad of the finger, and you can use your knuckles.
Okay.
Of the thumbs if you're moving closer. You can do a lot of effects where it's this like deep bass. You just the center one, palm. So the whole instrument is usable as a percussion instrument. I use, do these effects and whatnot, slaps.
I think Brian should try this out.
No, I think no.
Yeah.
I think Brian.
I don't know about that.
It's an expensive instrument that Brian
That's
probably better off staying away from.
Jim Lepresti is in the studio, sound bath practitioner.
That is I.
By the way, group and private lessons.
Yeah, come back here and do one for you guys.
So you can teach us how to play it.
Put us to sleep, too.
Can I touch this one?
Absolutely, yeah.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
It's a little bit of I call a finesse when you start playing these because people
Thank you, Ryan.
will approach them and try to play. Yeah, excellent job. You're
I
on your way.
Yeah, I'm on my way out.
My sound bath practitioner apprentice, right?
You got $2,000. We'll get you one of those.
The Pygmy Smith Jam.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I can do a little jazzy jam if you want to hear.
Sure.
Right. Gothic Crush.
Nice.
Jim Lopresti playing live in the WOW studios.
Fascinating, and we'll put some video up on our Facebook page to watch Jim play this
It
instrument.
is.
It's incredible.
It's like a dance almost.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to
Yeah.
watch and
Yeah.
just great to listen to.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm going to need a nap now.
Yeah.
I think we'll order those recliners now. They don't even need a vibrate. He'll put you to sleep.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Who needs gummies?
Right. Who needs gummies? I do.
Did you have lessons on this? Did you have to go to a handpan teacher?
I did not, because I was a percussionist. A little bit, some of it came naturally, and again, it was just I utilized some YouTube videos of people that I've now become friends with that had been playing for years and years. And
There's a handpan underground society now.
there
is
really
there?
is, yeah, and
It's an organization.
Yeah, it is. It's
They have a secret handshake, so you know who they are.
Yeah, the handshake. Oh.
So Jim Lopresti, you're the vanguard. You're the pioneer of the Handpan Association, the HPA.
Maybe
of the
Connecticut.
United States.
Maybe Connecticut. I don't know.
It is very relaxing. Anybody now tumbling across listening to us
I know.
online, they say, listen to
Jim,
the station.
are you from New Haven, Jim?
I grew up in Bridgeport.
Z.
In Bridgeport.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was so relaxed. I
Bridgeport.
thought I smoked a joint, but I had him. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What is that, Jim? You hear that?
It's the police.
I hear it.
Jim, would you? We're
They
gonna.
heard the word joint.
Uh-oh.
We need.
Whose joint? I don't have a joint.
We need Jim
Uh-oh.
to strike a tone and say, "Wow."
Strike a tone. Wow.
Wow, weather for the south side of Connecticut.
Yeah, that is this bong, or what is it called again?
The bong.
Sorry.
Jim Lopresti's hair played his bong.
Bong, yeah.
Currently 42 in Wallingford outside our studios.
It's
Here at Toyota Wallingford, 43 New Haven, 43 in Hamden.
Just can't make this up.
43 in Bridgeport, 43 in Fairfield, and
No, you
Jim,
can make it up, Z.
We can? Oh,
No,
okay.
you can't.
Oh, all right.
Jim, we need you to do one of our little jingles. If you could just play some tones and just say the word you're listening. Just say you're listening to WOW Radio.
Oh, and should introduce yourself, too.
Yes.
I'm Jim
I'm
Preston.
Jim Lopresti,
you
professional
guys just did it.
handpan player. So,
Oh, wow, yeah. I am Jim Lopresti, professional handpan player. You're listening to WOW Radio, easy handpan listening.
That was good. That was
Fired?
good.
I'm fired.
Wow.
Wow.
Do people smoke a lot of weed when they listen to this? Do they?
I don't know, but I'm not going to.
Can't you smell it?
Deny it. Yeah, smell the underside of my handpan.
Yeah. Something's coming out of there.
Wasn't it a bong? We
Yeah.
called it earlier.
It's true.
Yeah.
So my husband,
Handpan bong.
my husband's
I like
been
that.
listening, Jim, and he said it sounds like a combination of the pan they use in the Caribbean
Yep.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, right on.
and the tabla that they use in raga music.
Yeah, that's a great observation. Actually, he's this kind of stuff when you do get percussive and you're not really playing a tone. You can. That's a great observation. Obviously, yeah, which is great because you can do that.
He's a very intelligent guy. He holds the record for the best meatballs ever made, Bob's Balls.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
oh,
don't forget, this is him.
Bob's.
Yeah, this is Bob.
The guy with the balls.
The guy with the balls.
Careful, Jim. You're on the edge of a double entendre precipice here.
We're running you down a road you may not be able to turn around.
Don't go down that road.
Wow.
Soothing handpan sounds gets me all the balls I want.
I'm so happy for you.
Yes. You found a way to get to Bob's balls.
So do you have recordings? Or are you on YouTube? Or what's
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple albums out, which again it was kind of spawned from the pandemic. I wasn't playing live; I was going out of my mind, so I just dug in and recorded. Most of it's on all digital platforms. I'd like to say I got a Bandcamp page as well. So yeah, I recorded a couple of full lengths. I did some stuff with some guests, a lot of friends, which was you will hear some vocals on some of the recordings, some guitar, some bass, which was a lot of fun, just a way to connect with people.
I think it would be interesting to hear you with other musicians.
Yeah, well,
How
if
that
you
how that blends in
We'll
with
we'll have to bring it back up here.
Yeah, I mean, like I
know?
said, I play with a full band called Earth Passenger, and that's if you lack of a better word, it's a jam band, but it has this element. So we're playing upbeat music, long jams, ripping guitar solos. My bass player is another incredible musician, so we have a good time. We play locally too. So.
Do other handpan fans come in and ask you to do cover songs?
There's
do you know any Beatles songs by any chance?
you can actually there's a whole community in the handpan community that's actually leaning towards learning cover tunes. You have some
okay.
limitations, but you can.
Yeah, sure.
You can pull
Sure.
it off.
Freebird.
I'm going to go
Can you
home
play
right now.
Stairway to Heaven?
That's not impossible.
Okay. All right,
Oh,
good.
I love Stairway to Heaven.
So, but I can imagine, I mean, when I have to drown out the rest of the world, if I'm doing any writing or recording,
Yeah.
I'll play white noise or brown noise. That I get up for
Absolutely.
YouTube. But if
Yeah.
I come home and I'm wired,
Yeah.
being on the highway all day, and everybody's driving like a freaking
Sure.
maniac, and I got to go home and sit down and calm down, just play a couple of tones here.
Yeah. I mean, it's been
And I hear something like this,
yeah.
and just fill in a couple of tones here.
It's
I hear something like this, and all of a sudden, dude, all of a sudden, my whole world has changed.
Jim, we put I
That
put a
sounds
list-
good, doesn't it, Pam? Are you relaxed now, Pam?
What?
I'm doing a
Gotta work
little
on
bit
Pam
here
a
about
little bit.
relaxing.
I put a list of Jim's appearances up on the Brian Smith and Pam Landry
oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate
Wow
that.
Radio Facebook page, and
Yeah,
I see that you are back at Cafe Atlantique in Milford,
Yep. I'll be
solo
back there.
on April 13th.
Yeah,
Brian,
that's a lot of fun.
Cool.
yeah.
I'm not going to do anything from now until April 13th.
No, he's
Gonna-
got other stuff.
I'm going to hang out at Cafe Atlantique.
Lots of sound bath stuff.
I'll
That's
drink
what keeps me busy.
Drink,
Between
a lot of coffee all day,
Yeah.
and then listen to the handpan all night.
get all zooted up on caffeine and then
Yep.
come down
So,
there.
for
and I'll try to
instance,
bring
you
it
have
down.
February 4th at Sangha Bethany. What is that? Is that a
at Sangha,
yoga place?
At Sangha is a yoga place. They just the Bethany
okay.
one is brand new. They have a studio in Milford, and that's a sound bath session or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, it's an hour session. So
Okay.
I have a couple of studios that I go to on a regular basis
Very cool.
throughout the year. So my regular gig.
This the sound bath business that you have, where you immerse people in that music.
in sound?
They keep their clothes on, right?
No, they're in a bathtub.
That's what I'm
With
bath
soap
is-
and
that's what I'm
bubbles.
wondering about.
Little
The
duckies
bath-
floating around. What are you kidding me?
It's you're bathing in sound.
Okay, all right.
I haven't
don't get
ventured
wet.
into new sound bathing yet. I don't know.
Are you
that I would.
disappointed, Brian?
Yeah, he wanted to get wet.
Yeah, sure. See, I think
No, I don't think that's what he wanted.
I think what we have to do is bring Jim on
We
the
can't
road
say
with
that
us.
on the air.
We got to bring Jim on the road with us one of these days and go to people's houses.
Oh, yeah.
And just
Do sound
bathe them in
baths?
sound. Can you do it on the road, Jim?
Absolutely.
All right, good. Yeah, we'll just Bring him
That
in-
thing could land anywhere.
bring
What are
him
you
into the
kidding me?
bathroom and have him go in the tub. We'll be all set. We'll
Jim,
put
what
on
would you
many
say the
voices.
band's name is? Earth
Passenger.
Passenger. Okay,
Yeah.
so are they playing around anywhere?
We have one date at Gastro Park in West Hartford, I believe, in the spring, in April. And we're, I'm trying to beef up that schedule because
Excellent.
It's a newer project and we've done well and we're just having
Keep
a
us
really good
posted
time.
on that, yeah.
we're having a good time with that. It's a
Instead
lot
of
fun.
knock knock bear, we could put you to sleep in a tub.
That's right. rub, a hand pub in a tub.
There we go. Rub.
Jim, is there now? We've heard the Jim.
Hey, okay.
Alrighty.
Sorry. Hey,
I don't know, but this
so we're
sounds
not
like
being monitored.
this sounds
I
like it's
doubt
gonna-
Jim's coming back.
Yes, I'm
it
sorry.
sounds like
Jim.
this is going to cost me money somehow.
Really? You're going to buy one of these things?
A credit card and a phone call takes care of that.
All right.
There you go.
Jim, we've heard some relaxing music.
Yeah.
What do you have that pops? Do you have anything that really?
Something that pops.
Do you have anything? I'm just curious. I don't know. I don't know if you have anything that's upbeat, something that's jumpy.
Yeah, I mean, I could do something like that. Let me.
He has to
rock
really
one.
pound
You
on the
can-
handpans.
Can you rock out?
Yeah.
Can you pound one out with your hand?
Yeah, can you rock that thing out or what?
You can. It's.
I'm sorry. I don't
Not
know what,
advisable.
I don't know what other words to use.
Yeah.
Can you pound one out with your hand?
Wow.
And you put me in here, huh? Pound one out with his hand.
Oh, man.
Oh, here we go.
Definitely
Sorry,
going
Jim.
This is going to go along with Bob's balls here.
Jim is nice enough to come in and we're ruining
I
his
have
reputation.
no idea what you're talking
Jim's
about.
family is no longer going to talk to him now.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Everybody just shut us off.
That happened a while ago, Mike. So, I brought two handpans that.
In case one wears out, huh? You pound the hell out of it.
But I
did you want to point out? This is now you're going to use a different one.
This is
the gold one.
This is a D, and it's called a D curd.
It sounds harpish.
Yeah, it does.
You know, when you do that glissando there, it sounds a little.
Is that the more expensive one because it's gold, or has nothing to do with that?
24 karat gold.
Yeah.
No, this one actually has more notes. They build some notes on the bottom of these things, which is then you're getting into a little bit more advanced playing. So it's got 4 notes on the bottom.
Oh, you played a bottom too. Man, you can pound that thing all different ways, huh?
Oh yeah. Pound
it out.
Pound the bottom.
There you go. Pound the bottom.
I don't think there's any escape in this conversation, so I'm just going to embrace it.
Okay.
I can try and pound the bottom a little bit if you'd like.
Jim, I want to point out to Jim Lopresti. Jim, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Bridgeport.
In Bridgeport.
Yeah.
You are a former tattoo artist. You probably still do some on the side.
Still do a little bit. My shop operates. It's
So
been going for 20
Brian,
years.
I have to point something out. On Facebook, Jim Lopresti recently posted a picture of him with the band Earth Passenger in a spaceman outfit.
That is me. Yeah,
That is awesome.
Yeah, I came out, and that's at the Milford Arts Council.
Oh my God!
An art closing.
What?
Yeah.
Jim in a spaceman outfit.
So yeah, we do.
That's great.
We do.
This is so cool.
I don't know that I have anything to play actually, but we do these like super trippy intros when the full band plays. So
I love it.
it's like an old 1950s recording of a launch or something like that.
So Earth Passenger played the Mac.
We play the Mac, correct? Yeah.
That's a great place to play.
Oh, I love it. I love it down there.
Yeah.
Really great people too. Paige is awesome.
Brian knows her well.
Yes, we do. It's a very nice.
So I didn't mean to interrupt, but that
no.
picture is just
Right.
that I love it.
That's excellent.
That went
like
over
the
pretty
best.
well. I actually lifted the visor up, and I had a alien mask
Oh my
underneath that. So there's many levels of. So it became actually a striptease at one point because I was sweating and I had to get out of that. thing. So
yeah.
I was up there.
He knows how to
Seems
pound
like-
it out then, huh?
It does.
It
yes.
seemed like a good idea, but
In
yeah.
a spacesuit or not.
So let my soothing sounds deceive you.
Bob, I do want to just say that we are apologizing for the double entendres, and then we're apologizing to a guy who does tattoo art. How bad can we be that we have to apologize?
The instruments themselves, you will find them in a genre that is, this relaxing kind of music and peaceful and ethereal, and I do appreciate that stuff. It's been a huge tool for my own
I'll bet.
anxiety and stuff, and I embrace that. But it's an instrument that I would like to see be more in the forefront of. Just recognized as an instrument in a full band, and that you can kind of get down on and groove. So, basically don't take yourself too seriously.
Let me ask you this too: when you have somebody in the chair or on the whatever you call it in a tattoo parlor, cot, gurney,
chair, bench.
do you play music in the background? Do you have to relax people when they're getting the tattoos?
So I work with a crew of eight or nine people almost, and you got to cater to everybody. So,
Sure.
I can go home and listen to this kind of stuff and clean my house, and I'm cool with it. But they don't want to hear that all day long.
Yeah,
So
that's too bad.
we have a mix of music going.
Yeah.
And
So
it's nothing,
where do you do tattoos? You have
I own Lucky Soul Tattoo in Woodbridge.
In Woodbridge,
Shop's
okay.
been around for, like I said, about 23 years.
Brian, I told you I was thinking about getting a
great
tattoo.
crew.
Could you give her some tats?
What are you going to get?
Come out
Well-
of my semi-retirement, sure.
Well, just a paw print. I have a paw print from one of my cats that I
yeah.
lost this
Yeah, yeah.
summer.
Yeah.
And I know that I have friends that have taken their cat's paw prints, and tattoo artists will make that into a tattoo.
Yeah, we do a bunch of stuff like
That's
that.
pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Super cool.
I thought you were going to do Bob's balls or something like that. This is better.
Realistic.
Yeah.
I don't think
meatballs.
that would be attractive.
No, huh?
Now, where would you have
Some-
that?
Where are you going to put it?
Where would you put it? Right above the bridge of your nose?
Your ankle or your
Forehead.
wrist?
No.
Maybe inside your wrist.
I was
kinda nice,
thinking
Forearm?
ankle. I don't know what
Oh,
hurts
okay.
the least.
Yeah, where there's a little more meat.
But
Ankle's not terrible.
ankle inside.
That's not a bad spot. Yeah,
On
I
your
think that would be
forearm?
great, Yeah,
On your forearm,
bad.
Pam?
that's a great first tattoo
Yeah.
spot.
Which
That's
one?
a real typical upper
Upper arm on your bicep.
Yeah.
Okay, like
Yeah.
where you get your shots.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Then you'll grow it into a sleeve like him.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, but you won't see it. Like you. where's a good?
If you want it visible, do the forearm.
Does
the wrist,
that hurt?
wrist or
Because
something.
there's so many
a
veins
little sensitive,
there.
but it's not going to be much worse. You know? And something small, you'd be fine.
Pop a vein, you got
about you?
bleeding
Yeah,
all
just a
over the
little
floor.
pop.
you
Yeah,
know.
right.
How about your neck?
Your neck.
Insert some jailhouse
How about
tattoos.
your
Not
neck?
hardcore. Yeah. Right next to your
Thanks.
eye.
Yeah, no.
Pam wants to get a tattoo. Where? On Brian.
On the inside of your lip.
I could get a series of paw prints across my face,
There you go.
right?
Oh, now
Yeah.
now it's just getting crazy.
Getting weird.
Just
Yeah.
getting crazy.
All right, let's hear some more songs.
Yes, more music from Jim
More
Lopresti.
music. Let's try this one.
136 on WOW Radio.
Wow.
Very nice.
Jim
beautiful,
Lopresti
Jay.
live on WOW Radio.
Vocals is that's my wife, Tracy. Got to
Ooh.
give her credit.
Yeah.
Cool.
So basically, I'm in my basement studio.
Did you record those backing tracks?
Yeah. So
No
I
kidding.
spend hours.
That's his
at
music,
night.
yeah.
I have, like I said, I have an electronic drum set. I
Sure.
have all sorts of percussion, electronics, and I spend hours building the tracks. So it's me playing, just condensed into this looper. So it's actually me playing.
Did that one have a name?
Life's Big Edit.
Very nice.
So let me ask you this. I mean, these are all like depressions in metal with like holes in them.
Yeah.
How do you know which one? I'm watching you. You don't even look. I mean, you seem to go automatically
Sure.
to... Did you notice that, Pam? How he just goes right around?
Yeah, I'm assuming each indentation
Is it
makes
like a
different
string in a
sound.
guitar? I mean, is it?
It is a scale, and the way that the notes move, we'll say upwards on the scale, are the alternating pattern with clock. Well, it doesn't really matter. Actually, yeah, your center note's bass. Your next note in succession is closest to you, and you're going back and forth.
all the way up the scale.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
back and forth down.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
So, if you're once, it's a matter of getting comfortable. They're tuned in a sense to not hit a wrong note. So that's why I own a bunch of them, because they're building these scales where the notes work together. It's just a matter of getting your percussive skills and then understanding the notes to form chords that are going to work, and then just playing and getting comfortable.
So did I miss what brought you to go into this area of percussion?
I was already anything obscure. I've always been attracted to as far as percussion instruments were concerned. Tablas and big bongos and all sorts of different instruments. So this was I discovered it by accident online. To be honest with you, it was like I said 5 or 6 years ago, and I was attracted to the sound. And then I just started to investigate, research, and got my first one five years ago from a builder out west.
So you never took
Lessons.
formal lessons? It was YouTube lessons?
Lessons as a accordion player,
Yeah,
organ,
but
piano.
not
I played
as a
piano,
handpan player.
drummer. I played drum set.
Yeah.
So not as a handpan player. It did come pretty naturally.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people go from being a percussion player, but it doesn't mean you need to have those skills. 'Cause it's almost better to be taught by a handpan player if you're just getting into it, because you're not going to pick up any bad habits.
From Bridgeport, Connecticut, Jim Lopresti is with us. Bridgeport guy.
Do you do lessons on the handpan?
I do offer them.
You do?
Yeah.
Now, what I was going to ask is, your first instrument was an accordion.
Yes.
You build tracks in your basement. You record yourself playing drums and some other things. Somewhere in your collection now, probably not for public consumption, you have an accordion and a handpan together. Am I guessing correctly?
You know what? I haven't utilized the accordion with the handpan. I have utilized a harmonium, which is a Indian instrument that has bellows and keys. So it has the sound of an accordion, which also came natural, but it's it's small. So I do have some tracks like that. I might even have some on the CDs that I left. But
So we're not going to hear "Roll Out the Barrel"
no.
played on the accordion and the handpan.
No, I'll bring that next time. How's that?
That's very cool.
I already requested Lady of Spain.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
That's true.
A little rusty on the accordion, so I'll have to get back to that.
Well, thank you, Jim. This is tremendous.
Yeah, really.
I feel like I've been brought to a
Fascinating.
different astral plane.
Yeah, and that's what's great about it. It's nice to introduce people to a new instrument and to really bring it out into the public, into performances and stuff. That's my goal, and I absolutely love it. I'm obsessive level with these instruments. So
I felt like I was sitting on the moon listening to something I never saw before in my life, and I didn't even smoke or drink.
Elon Musk should hire.
What a buzz! Huh?
That's what I hope for. When I play with Earth Passenger, we want to take people on an experience.
Magic carpet ride
under the influence.
Yeah,
of
that was a little more.
magic carpet ride.
It isn't. Yeah, absolutely.
The one you just did was a little more psychedelic.
Yeah, and we delve deeper when I'm with the full band, because I can back off and just let the beats take away, and my buddies are just grooving on 15-minute guitar solos.
Now, you know what we should do is, here in the WOW studios, we have some laser lights. So when we aren't here physically in the studios, we have the laser lights projecting on the wall.
Yeah, they're all over
People
here.
when people come up here to see it, they can see inside and they can check it out. Downstairs,
We could do that now.
we could do that
Kim
now.
could play a tune. We
In
can
the
turn
dark.
the lights off.
We go to the
and
dark
put-
side.
Oh,
I
great!
could go real far off.
We're gonna have to call the ambulance to bring Brian back to Earth.
You want to try it?
The other thing I was going to say is that we've got the big screen
Don't be
TV
afraid.
downstairs.
Try it. Wow!
It's a gateway.
We have the big screen TV downstairs. We could put some planetary videos on that. We've also got laser and light shows downstairs. We could have a whole show downstairs.
Oh, yes,
This
we
is really-
could.
Yes, we could.
Starting to sound like a party, my kind of party.
Tattoos and psychedelia.
Psychedelia. Yeah, I mean, we considered the full band psych rock. So, because we didn't know we were showing up at these gigs. Here I am setting up my space drum, and people were like, "What is that?" And then we started playing, and it grabbed the attention of people. I'm supported by two of the most, I think, talented musicians in Connecticut and beyond, and it works. It's a really cool groove. It's super cool. Super
This
cool.
is really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be here for
We're
hours.
grooving now.
So I'm looking at the camera here to make sure that we get the. Yeah.
Psychedelia?
Wow. And this is great because when we did the performance at the Milford Arts Council, the one that you saw, I brought visuals to be projected on the back of us. So it's all part of the experience. And that's what we want to do. Take you to another place.
Brian, it's the vibe.
It's the
Take
vibe.
us to
It's
another
the
place.
vibe.
The vibe.
I'm vibing, dude.
Yeah, man.
Can we get one more before you
There we go.
Yeah.
Jim Lepresti.
Let's. I'm gonna embrace what I love about this instrument. This is a super chill one, so we're all gonna be vibing. And, when
let's
we say
do it.
goodbye, we'll be like, "I love you, man.
Yeah, man.
I love you."
This is groovy, man.
You can do some voiceover. Even can do some voiceover if it feels right.
Sounds great.
Oh boy.
Jim Lepresti live in the WOW studios here at WOW Toyota, 146.
On the dark side.
And yes, for those of you playing along at home, we've shut the lights off in the studio, and we have our little psychedelic lights going.
Yeah.
And Jim can't see what he's doing.
You don't need her. He feels with his hands.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jim.
Just gonna feel it.
He knows how to pound it out without it light.
That's right.
Yes, Pam. Floating away. There. Come with me.
Perfect.
Yes. You feel what I'm feeling? Are you in the mood? Only on WOW Radio. We take you where nobody's been. Are you there yet? We are. Wow.
Feeling it?
Wow.
Oh, man, I'm really feeling it.
I don't just feel it. I'm digging it, man.
I don't feel anything right now.
I'm totally out of here. I played with that
And I
dude.
mean that in a good way.
That dude was
Yeah,
cool, man.
I think.
Wow. I didn't know anything.
Wow. Yeah. That was a good one. Cheech.
I think if we did an hour of this every day on WOW Radio, people would be flocking and just chilling out.
They'd be pulled over on the side of the road and don't care about Route 15 traffic.
That's right. This would cure.
They would just sit there
This
and
would
go,
cure
yeah.
the traffic problem.
Who has a problem?
All right, you got to merge. Got to merge, New Jersey.
I also think
Okay.
it would create world peace.
I think so.
Hey, it's maybe it's
Put
part,
your
part
guns
of the
down.
mission. Part of the mission.
That was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Jim Lopresti putting us in the mood.
Yeah.
We still have to do work, huh?
Yeah, that's the.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, a little bit.
We are?
Yeah, man, dude, we have to do some work.
Dude, okay.
I know that guy.
I like
What?
this guy.
What?
What happened?
What'd you say, Brian?
Wow.
Hey, Pam's here.
Huh?
Jeez, it used to take a lot more for me to get there than this. Wow, this is great. Phew.
151, man.
Yeah.
If you're into the time thing.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to have some drinks. 151 rum. I'm going, here we go.
Brian, does anyone really know what time it is?
No.
No, I don't know, man. Sold my watch.
25 or 624. Here we go.
Oh, man. Hey, what's going on outside?
Nothing like in here.
Guess we should find out.
Got some weather?
You really want to know?
I think we need a whole day of this. Jim, what do you think?
Sign me up.
He goes, I'm getting the hell out of here really quick.
Jim's saying he's getting out of here while we still have
I'm on the level.
Taking those hand pams with him and going, I'm screwing out of here, man. This place is crazy.
Jim, do you have other handpan players around who could come and,
That's the thing. There's not a scene in Connecticut.
It's like dinosaurs. How many are you going to see?
Yeah, I mean they really are like UFOs.
Yeah.
You don't spot them.
How lucky are we
It landed
to
here.
have one here?
Yeah, those other guys can't get them to land in their studio.
Right.
It's like when you go to a zoo and there's just one elephant and he doesn't have another friend, one panda. Poor Jim Lopresti here doesn't have another handpan player to hand with.
Desperately seeking hand players.
At least he knows what to do with his hands. We're okay.
It's 1:53.
Swipe left
We do
for
have
a
to take a look at
handpan
we have to look at reality and the weather forecast for us here on WOW Radio.
Really?
Then we
Uh-oh.
got to turn the lights back on.
Do we?
Mary Lee is here.
Let's say, what is it?
Jim, what's the word we have to use?
What's the word we have to use?
Wow.
Round of
Yeah,
weather.
we'll just do part of the weather forecast. Here's
Okay.
Mary Lee
You
again.
ready for this?
Come in. Wow.
Wow, weather for the south side of Connecticut. A sunny afternoon with highs in the low 40s. Tonight, clear, cold, temps drop to the lower 20s. Tomorrow, sunny, highs in the mid 30s. Saturday, cloudy with a chance of afternoon snow, highs in the upper 30s. Saturday night, snow, then rain, then snow after midnight, with the lows around 30. Sunday morning, a rain-snow mix with temperatures in the mid-30s. Predicted snow accumulations for the state, 1 to 3 inches along the shore, 3 to 6 north of 95, 6 to 12 inches north of the parkways. I'm Mary Lee, and this is WOW Radio.
That made it sound better.
Yes, it did.
I think
Yeah.
we need that. I think we need
Yeah.
the soundtrack behind Mary Lee's weather forecast.
Especially when the weather's not going to be good.
I'm not so upset about the snow right now.
right.
That's exactly
I
right.
was freaking out before he played.
It made it better. Now it's like it's going to be okay.
A light covering of snow.
There you go. Put us in the mood.
43 in Wallingford. Let's see, 43 in New Haven, 43 in Hamden.
And somewhere down in Fairfield County, there's a thermometer wanting to be read.
It does.
Care.
They don't care.
It's 42 in Bridgeport, where Jim Lopresti was born.
That's right. 43 in
Bridgeport.
Fairfield, yes, and 42 degrees in the birthplace of Jim Lopresti. the cradle of
There should-
handpan music.
Yeah, there should be a plaque.
Father of Connecticut handpan.
Wow.
Handpan player Jim Lopresti was born here.
Like, I'm sure they don't have any other,
No, they have a statue for you? Yeah, Jim.
We should be out in front of Town Hall there.
At
you know what I
least.
mean?
A lot of statues in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Man.
Did they ever get a mayor there?
Not yet.
Just
Not
working
yet.
on it, yeah.
Well, they should put him out front. There we go.
Got
This is a fountain of honesty. He'll put you to sleep and
Tom
relax. What are you
Thumb,
kidding me?
P.T. Barnum, and Jim Lepresti.
There we go. That's beautiful.
That's
has
a lot
been
of granite right
Yeah.
there.
This has been awesome. Jim Lepresti, you can find him on Instagram, JimmyJams_71.
Yes.
How do you spell Jimmy?
J-I-M-M-Y.
With a Y.
Two M's?
Yes, 2 M's.
J-I-M-M-Y-J-A-M-S? Okay.
Yep.
J-A-M-S.
The traditional
Right.
spelling.
Not a J-I-M-I or something. Okay, good.
No.
We'll put the link up on our Facebook page.
Appreciate it.
Oh, that's great.
I'm not. Are you sure you want us to do that?
Sure. Oh, yes.
Be prepared.
After today?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to go that guy's a Z-Man, man. He got
By
a
the
Z
way,
out there.
I just want to point out we've gotten some messages here, both public and private, that say people are listening for the first time because we put a push on to get more people, and they're loving it.
Good.
So thank you.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yep. They're all unconscious right now.
What's not to love?
Yeah.
That's great.
We can't ask them to call in. They're all asleep.
I get past 3 numbers, man.
There
I'm
we go.
out.
I had to play this one.
Perfect,
follow
Pam.
Jim Lepresti.
Yes, I like it.
Yes. Jim, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Jim.
Thank
it's
you
great.
guys for having me. So much fun.
Awesome having you.
Come back again.
Yeah, thank you.
157
Here we go.
Wow Radio.
Perfect, Pam.